here at Port City Raceway. The Milestone Home Service Outlaw Nationals goes to green.
Green flag and the race is on. Steven Snyder Jr. out to the early race lead, but here comes Brian Carver. Carver, the 41, goes alongside, working the outside of the racetrack, and takes the lead out of turn number 2.
So the top coming in quickly for the 41. He will lead on lap number 2. Snyder down to that inside group, running in the second spot. The 56 working top shelf. Key up in the third. The 3 chasing him in the fourth spot. Howard losing a couple of spots here on the start. Goes to the outside of 3 and 4. Leads the inside for the 12. And Newell to make his way by.
Jeffrey Newell off to a good start here. Rolled off from the 9th position, or 8th position rather, and already up into 5th. Working now on reeling in Cole Roberts there in the 3 as we have some trouble back here at the back of the pack. Brian Carver going to be into heavy lap traffic quick.
He's going to have the 19 of Robinson directly in front of him, the 3 as well as the 1B of Johnny Bolin. All right in front of your race leader. This will slow him up just a little bit as it continues to be the 41. Now down to the inside, able to clear the 19J. Leads by just over a second right now. The 21 of Snyder off of the bottom. He's up to the top and now trying to reel in. The 56 of Cody Key, the 3 of Cole Roberts, the 12X of Jeffrey Newell in 5th. Then it's going to be Sokol, Howard, Osborne, Yantis, and Hagopian, your top 10.
Now, Brian, I knew we were going to get lap traffic quick, but I didn't realize it was going to be this quick as Port City is such a tight bull ring, and we do have quite a few cars starting here. Blake Hahn going to pull the 2 car off of the racetrack into the infield as we stay green as a gaggle full of cars right ahead of your race leader.
So it only took 6 laps to find the back of the field, and it is the 41. Brian Carver, the Lyman-powered Hyper, showing the way, not able to traverse traffic quick enough, and that is going to allow the 21 to close in. This is where things are going to get interesting. Almost 3 wide in traffic. The Hyper Eagle number 21, hot and heavy, coming after the race lead. Carver able to keep him at bay for the time being. Goes to the top, jumps to the bottom, goes for the slide on slower traffic. Able to clear, still almost 3 wide in traffic. The 21 stalking right now as they work to the back straightaway.
Steven Snyder Jr. has not given up on that bottom side of the racetrack, and it's going to pay off for him as he's now able to have that clear lane ahead of him. He goes to the top side through 1 and 2, right there on the back bumper of your leader. Down into 3 and 4, going to jump back down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Has a car right in front of him. Can he use it as a pick? No. Carver gets down to the bottom in 1 and 2.
Boy, it looked like he was a sitting duck there for a second. Able to jump down to the bottom and slam the door on the 21. That's going to allow the 56 to start to close in, though. Cody Key down to 7/10 of a second trailing as they're working the turns 1 and 2 and headed to the back straightaway. Kind of playing a cat and mouse game around the 1B there for a moment. Now slips it off the bottom. You've got a new leader. Steven Snyder going to take over with 16 laps in the books. Carver answers to the back straightaway. Game on at the front of the field.
Front of the field is where it's happening at now. Jeffrey Newell trying to break through and reel these guys in, as well as now they work through heavy lap traffic yet again. Brian Carver able to put some distance between he and the 21S of Steven Snyder Jr. at the line this time by. He has him by 0.3 of a second, but Snyder closes in the gap there at the exit of turn number 2.
Boy, Carver, I thought he was going to have to get on the binders for a second there as he had a lap car swinging up in front of him. That was a 2. Able to sneak on by for a moment, but now that bottom, that lap car able to keep him at bay for the time being, as that is Garrett Benson. Refuses to go a lap down in this one, and Snyder is there at the line, 0.052 seconds as we have 20 laps completed. They'll both duck down to the bottom of the racetrack. Carver blocks the charge of the 21. He has to go back into the tire tracks to your race leader. Problems on the turn number 2, Frank Flood.
Frank Flood goes around facing the wrong way in turn number 2, and out comes the caution. Jeffrey Newell getting to the inside of Cody Keith. Key going to follow spot out of turn number 2.
Top preferred at 1 and 2, top to bottom over in turns 3 and 4. Oh, Carver just had to wait on the car in a big way, a big time mistake over in turns 3 and 4, and Steven Snyder going to race right back by. Steven Snyder up into the race lead. Carver now going to have to try to rebound here. Fight for third, continues on the inside, goes Newell, outside goes Key. At the line it continues to be the 12, Key in 4th, Howard in 5th. He will close over the 56 now. Will he try to pull the trigger on a move? He's going to go to the bottom side of the speedway. 56 outside, going to hold. It is a 20-lap dash to the finish in traffic. 1.9 seconds now to 1.5 seconds. Carver on the outside, setting sights on Newell. That'll be the fight for second. It continues. Problems for Flood. Down into the infield. He'll call it quits here tonight. Newell going to hold on to the position, the EMI number 12. Now, off of the bottom. Carver going to go to the bottom. Thank you very much. He's going to go back into second now. Newell on the attack into turns 3 and 4.
Jeffrey Newell going to roll off the bottom of turn number 4 and take that spot back from him. He has a lap car right in front of him. A slide chop out of Jeffrey Newell and going to pull him down the back straightaway.
Trailing 1.382 seconds last time of the start-finish line. Coming around to click off lap number 34. It is 1.3 seconds. Snyder working traffic. Gets by the 13 of Guile. Now going back after the 1B of Bowen. As they work on the turn number 4. Inside line move on the 12. Moves second. Back into the hands of Brian Carver in the 41.
We will not have a repeat winner back-to-back here as Joby Miller has found himself parked in the infield. And Steven Snyder Jr. has heavy lap traffic. As no trouble for Cody Key down there in turn number 4.
Into the wall over in turns 3 and 4. Caution lights come on.
This time by, it looks like the second and third place car are kind of closing the gap here. Brian Carver and Jeffrey Newell putting on a show for second.
Boy, Carver went down to the bottom, and I thought for a second something went wrong with the car because it just slowed all of a sudden. He was just trying to get it low down to hit that bottom line. Opens the door for Jeffrey Newell to take the spot away, and he has a 1.225 second advantage now as they work into turns 3 and 4. Newell outside, Carver inside. Looking back at Gopian sitting in that 4th spot. He's gotten by Matthew Howard, who runs in 5th. Check back on your leader still. Snyder on the outside, coming around into the closing laps of this one. Clicking off lap number 47. Little bobble off at the top of turns 3 and 4, but not slowing him down. Into traffic we roll. He went 15th to 1st last night, put it on the pole, had to fight his way back into the race lead, and he's going to take 10 grand home with him. Steven Snyder Jr. is your champion of the Milestone Home Service Company Outlaw Nationals, presented by T2 Promotions.